The internet was a place built for humans, but in today's day and age, AI agents have started to browse it better than all you cavemans. And for some reason, the bald man is furious about it. Last week, Amazon sent a cease and desist to Perplexity about some particular things its AI agents have been doing to their precious store. I won't say I read the whole letter, but I did do my fair bit of research before making this video. In today's video, I will break down why Amazon sent a cease and desist to Perplexity, why Perplexity still refuses to back down, and interestingly, I found a similar incident involving Perplexity that happened before this whole fiasco, which we'll also break down, and finally, we will talk about what this means for the community and you as an end user. So let's get into it. Setting the stage. For the people who have been living under a rock, Agentic Browsing is the next big thing in browsing. It is single-handedly responsible for bringing the browser wars back. The concept is simple. An AI chatbot will browse and click buttons and research for you. In personal opinion, at its current stage, it isn't particularly useful for most people, as it often takes nearly twice as long to complete a task compared to doing it manually, but it can be a lifesaver for people who need to perform bulk actions, like an OnlyFans creator who has to bulk reply to all her 2,214 gooners. She can just keep her computer on overnight and let Srinivas's Frankenstein take care of all the creepy DMs. Yeah, I called it Srinivas's Frankenstein because Aravind Srinivas's company, Perplexity, is behind Comet, currently the most popular agentic browser out there. Xi Jinping's Opera Neon, as well, the browser company's Dia, are some other noteworthy names. What actually happened? In October of 2025, Perplexity made Comet free and accessible to all peasants across the internet, regardless of whether you are poor and use Windows or are stupid and use Mac. You had access to Comet because of this, and due to its rich feature set, it quickly climbed the leaderboard. Troubles started in November, when Amazon sent a formal cease and desist letter to Perplexity asking it to remove Amazon from its Comet experience. Amazon claims that Comet significantly degrades the customer experience, and that it had made many requests to Perplexity before sending this formal threat, but this isn't where it ends. Perplexity responded with a bullying is not innovation post, essentially playing the victim card that it is being bullied by Amazon. They claim this isn't just Perplexity versus Amazon, it's actually something much bigger, which will set the precedent for agentic browsing in the future. I do kind of agree with Perplexity here, but before we get into that, it's actually important for us to know about a similar incident that involved Perplexity in August of 2025. The Cloudflare incident. Cloudflare basically hosts like 20% of the web. Think of it like every one of 5 videos you goon to is powered by Cloudflare. Now Cloudflare charges a pretty penny for these services which also include AI crawl control. Basically Cloudflare is like the monkey in Toy Story 3 who monitors the AI bots scraping its customers' websites and also holds the power to block them by a single click. A tidy neat service Cloudflare includes in every plan for no additional cost, but it all goes wrong when Cloudflare's customers start complaining that even though they have blocked Perplexity from their site, when they tried to double-check by asking Perplexity to access their site, Perplexity was still able to do so. Cloudflare looked into this and posted publicly on August 4th, accusing Perplexity of using undeclared agents to crawl sites that specifically asked to not be crawled. Now before we decide who's in the right here, we will have to take a lengthy but important detour to understand how web scraping works, and more importantly, understand how and why Cloudflare attempts to block web scraping. Trust me, this is going to be very crucial for our narrative. How web scraping works. Web scraping basically means that a bot mimics a browser, accesses a site, reads the HTML file, and extracts and stores all relevant data. This data was used mainly for SEO and price comparison until the recent advent of AI. This is what site owners have a problem with, not web scraping, but AI. Site owners fear that AI will use this data for training their models, for stealing content and not giving credit, and for many other such reasons. How Cloudflare solves this is that they periodically update the robots.txt file in their customers' websites. A robots.txt file is like a polite instruction file that users embed into their websites, which tells bots what part of the sites they can scrape and what they cannot. Cloudflare also monitors manually and tries to recognize if a request is made by a person or made by a bot using various methods. Now, where Perplexity gets involved is when Cloudflare's users started complaining that they can still access their site using Perplexity. Cloudflare looked into this and suspected that Perplexity does act like they are abiding by the robots.txt files, but at the same time, they also use generic agents on the side to access those same sites. This time ignoring the robots.txt file, it also bypassed Cloudflare's other techniques by rotating internet protocols and other methods. To confirm their suspicion, Cloudflare set a trap. They made secret web pages that were never linked anywhere publicly, pages that no human has even remote chances of accessing. It applied a strict robots.txt file, blocking all known Perplexity bots. Then it went to Perplexity and asked it to access that specific site, and Perplexity still managed to do so. Amazed that how could Perplexity still do it, Cloudflare analyzed the site's traffic and found its suspicion, right? Someone was indeed using generic, non-identified bots to scrape websites that it was not allowed to. On tracing back, Cloudflare found that those requests were coming from IP addresses of the same cloud service that Perplexity used. I will come back to the actual topic soon. It's just this is really important to our narrative. Now, Cloudflare publicly shamed Perplexity cause of this, and it was in the news for quite some time. What's interesting is how people took the news. People who were on the industry side, the side which owned the sites, were very critical of Perplexity. For them, Perplexity broke the code of the internet by ignoring the robots.txt file, whereas people who were the actual ones using such chatbots, especially people who used Perplexity, were sympathetic. They had a simple point. I ask an AI chatbot to access the site for me. Therefore, it should be able to access it the same way as I can. Simple, and this is what leads to us to the biggest question. Should AIs be treated differently? This recent Amazon incident and the past Cloudflare incident brings up the same debate. Should AIs be treated differently when accessing a site? Think about it. If you allow AIs to be treated differently, that just means that many websites will block AI crawling altogether, eventually making chatbots redundant. If you don't allow AIs to be treated differently, that just means that the economy of the web will have to change. Statistics already show that the percentage of people surfing the web by themselves will drop to 25% of all web activity by 2026, which will lead to owners being unable to sustain their websites as they will get no ad revenue and no traffic other than bots. This is a really important debate which will impact the future of how the web will function. I personally believe that AI shouldn't be treated differently than humans when it comes to websites. Otherwise, we will be obstructing AI development, something which is very crucial for making lives better for everyone in the world. Website owners will have to evolve and find new ways to monetize themselves and stay updated with the time. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Amazon's role. Now when it comes to Amazon's cease and desist, I think it's total bullshit. The only reason Amazon doesn't want Comet to be able to access and shop for users on Amazon is because Amazon knows that if these type of agents become mainstream, they will no longer be able to upsell to their customers or trick them into buying sponsored products, as the AI agent buying on behalf of users will be unbiased and unaffected by Amazon's tactics to make you spend more than you need to. I think Perplexity should be supported, because if Perplexity loses this, that means website's owner will be able to control what happens in regard to AI development, which will really hamper its growth. This is my opinion, guys. Please let me know yours in the comments section down below. In today's video, we covered why Jeff Bezos is furious about Aravind Srinivas's Perplexity, what the cease and desist is about. We went over a similar incident that happened with Cloudflare. We went over a simplified explanation of web scraping and Cloudflare's AI crawl control feature. And we finally discussed the future of AI. Thanks for watching. If you liked the value this video provided, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Hope to see you in the next one.